You're a good old cat. This is a good old cat. Welcome to Vet Ranch. I'm Dr. Matt. Hi, Dr. Jackie.
Hi.
This guy looks pretty normal. He is a cat that was just found. His name is French Fries because the people who found him lured him into a cage with French Fries. I actually love animals that are named after food. I think it's pretty cool. So this is French Fries, and he's already neutered. He's very friendly, as you can see. All right, let's show him what's going on.
Come here, French Fries.
His skin on his chin is pulled back. It's degloved is what they call it. I'll show you a better view once he's anesthetized. I've fixed one of these before, but it was on a kitten, and it was a much more recent injury. His has possibly been like this for a little longer, and he's an adult cat. On the kitten, I had to do two surgeries. One to kind of stretch it halfway, and then I waited like a week or two, and then we did another surgery to stretch it the rest of the way, and it worked pretty well. He might need more than that. It may not even be possible, but we're gonna do what we can to try to pull as much skin as we can further up. We gave him a little tranquilizer, so he's starting to get a little slower, but this drool happens even when he's not tranquilized. You can see it just hanging because he doesn't have normal cat lips to close his mouth, so he just drools. I don't know if we'll ever get it to close enough that he won't drool, but if we can get all that bare mucous membrane tissue covered up, that would be really good.
Magic.
Bueno.
These canines are gonna have to come out.
Both of them?
Yeah, I mean they've got total root exposure.
So here's the problem is that's the only thing to hook to.
Okay.
So we'll leave him in there for now because that's the only thing you can use to pull the skin forward. He is under anesthesia now. What I want you to notice is look at the root on that canine tooth. So normal canine tooth should be like this one where you can, actually that one's broken, but you can see, you can't see the root, it's not exposed. This root should be covered up to about midway right there. So eventually we're probably gonna take that canine tooth out. You can see the root on his incisor there as well, and you can see the root on that canine tooth as well. And then he has this big hole over here, this ulcer, and so that's the reason that we can't just leave all this skin open like this, because it needs a protective outer coating of skin to cover it, keep it safe, keep it from having a big nasty infected hole like it has right now. So the plan is to go in, cut all this off, undermine it, and then try to stretch it out as far as I can this way. So now that I have him asleep, I can stretch this and it actually goes pretty far. We might be able to get enough that we don't have to do another surgery. I don't know if it's ever gonna be normal, like all the way up over his teeth, but what I need to do is cut this attachment right here. So you can see where it's attached, the jaw is attached to the skin. Cut that, and then that will hopefully let us stretch it a little bit further. So that is where I'm gonna start first. So what I did, I opened all this up on the skin flap, and then I opened all this up on the jaw, and I'm gonna stretch this over now and hook that down. So I just freshen up all this tissue. If I left all that healed tissue, it might not heal, but now it's all open and bleeding, so it will grab down and hopefully secure that down like that. Done with surgery, so let me show you what I did. We pulled this up and I actually used those canine teeth to wrap the suture around and then pull that skin up. It actually looks okay, not bad. And then I also put some sutures in here on the side to close up the side so we wouldn't get too much food stuck in it. So there's another one up over there. So I'm pretty happy with this. The last time I did this surgery, we did have a couple sutures come loose. And so like you can imagine, as he's chewing, these sutures are gonna be right in the way of food. So if he's eating hard food or something, or his teeth come down, they could cut that suture. And you know, we'll be right back where we started. But I put two different sets of sutures in there, so hopefully if he cuts one, we'll still have a backup. But time will tell. We're gonna go ahead and wake this boy up now. Been 20 minutes since surgery. He is awake. Hey, French Fries. How you looking? That looks a lot better than before. So, we'll keep you updated for the next few days, and fingers crossed that it doesn't come loose and pull all back down. If we can make it through like the first few days, has a much better chance of staying. It has been 2 days since surgery, and check this guy out. Looking better, definitely better. So what I'm happy to see is that it hasn't started separating. We call that dehissing, when actually the sutures pull out and the skin will open back up. But nothing, are you making biscuits? You making biscuits? Nothing is coming apart yet. Looks really good. You can see it's not normal. It should be on a normal cat covered a little bit further, but even if this is the best we ever get, he can live with this. He couldn't live with it being all open like that. So I'm very happy. We're gonna keep you updated. I'll probably check back with you like in 5, 6, 7 days, something like that. Unless anything more dramatic happens, but I'm just gonna totally let this heal, and then we'll probably investigate and see if we think we can stretch it any further or if we should just call it good. What do you think, buddy? Also, his fecal test came back positive for hookworms. So we got this for him, and then I'm gonna put some of this stuff on his back for fleas and ticks, just as prevention. Yummy. It has been about a week since surgery, and he finally did bust these sutures. So check this out. The sutures, if you look, are not hooked to his teeth anymore. It's hard to tell right here. But they're not around those bottom canine teeth anymore. He's busted them. He's probably chewed through them, eating food. But what you can notice is that skin on his chin is not nearly as pulled down as it was when we first got him. He's looking way better. So it attached further up. It didn't attach all the way up, but we got a lot of ground. So I think I'm probably gonna wait another couple days, just let him heal up a little bit better. And then we'll probably take him to surgery and do the exact same thing again and just try to stretch all that skin as far as we can and hook it to those teeth once again and see if we can get a little more headway. It's probably been about 10 days since surgery. Bring it in here, I'll show you what we got. I just pulled all the sutures out, so it's looking a little red, but this is what it looks like when it's not held in. So we made a lot of progress. You can see it did attach down here, which is good. So all I'm gonna do is loosen up just the front a little bit, and I'm gonna pull all that forward again as much as I can. That's what we're doing today. All done. So French fries looks a little bit like Frankenstein right now, but what you'll notice is I got it to come all the way up. Now I think once these sutures are removed, once it all heals down and the sutures are removed, I think it will slide down a little bit, but I think we will be good enough. You can see all those sutures that I wrapped from the skin up around those two big canine teeth. I think it's gonna work. Hey bud, how's it going? Hey dude. All's well after surgery. We'll update you in a few days. It's been like a couple weeks, and unfortunately his sutures came out very quickly. He just broke them or clawed them or something, so we really didn't gain any ground on the second surgery, but we're just gonna go ahead and leave it just like that. I think it's fine. You can see that it is attached, and you can see he doesn't have any ulcers like he had before. The mucous membranes all look really good, all healed up well. So now we're gonna go ahead and just pull these canine teeth because the gums should come all the way up to there, but they have receded all the way down here. All this root is exposed on both sides of his lower canines. So we are just gonna go ahead and pull them. And that one is broken, that top one. The other one is broken totally off at the gum line, and then his little incisors up there are screwed up too. We're gonna pull all these front teeth, all 4 of his canines, and all of his incisors. That was a block to basically take all nerve sensation away up there at the front of his mouth, so when we're pulling these teeth, he won't feel. And by we are pulling these teeth, what I mean by is Dr. Jackie. This stuff she's pouring in is Consul. It's like bone graft kind of stuff, so it'll help the hole she made fill in with bone, so it doesn't leave a big giant hole in his mandible. And then she will actually go and pull tissue over that and close that hole so that stuff stays in the hole.
Tight.
And as one last ditch effort to get this lip up as far as we can, she's gonna try to incorporate the lip into the covering of that hole, just to stretch it a little bit further.
That's our last stitch there.
So Dr. Jackie is all done, and what she did is she actually sutured that skin up here to close those holes. So we're hoping that keeps the skin pulled up over his chin and it stays like that. That would be perfect, and it looks like it will. So here's to hoping. So we're gonna go ahead and wake him up now. He's all done. It is the day after surgery, and it's looking like those sutures slipped again. It looks like it slipped back down on his chin, which is okay. That was wishful thinking that it would stay up there. It didn't, but he's seeming to do well. Seems pretty pain-free, and all's good. with old French fries today. It has been 11 days since we did surgery on old French fries. We pulled those teeth out and we just wanted to kind of watch him, make sure that everything's looking good. So unfortunately, like you know, it did kind of come back down a little bit. He's been doing fine. So I think this is about as good as we're gonna get it, because every time we pull it up there, he starts messing with it, and I think he breaks those sutures himself. So he's his own worst enemy right now, but he's gonna be fine. He's been doing fine, eating regular food, totally normal, totally happy. I don't think this will ever be a problem for him. French Fries has a home, and he'll be leaving here in a day or two. So he has got all his vaccinations. He's dewormed. We fixed his bad teeth. We fixed the bottom of his chin as much as possible. So I think he's all good to go now. You like him?
Yeah.
You want him?
Yeah.
All right, go ask Mom.
Mom's gonna say no.
And you know our motto here is we're gonna fix them all. So our next patient is Annie Carricker. Ow, oh gosh. Let's see that eye. Hey, can I see your eye, please? Hold on, back up. Wow, what happened? Did a cat attack you?
No.
So yeah, she'll be a future episode for sure. We're gonna get her all healed up. So thank you for supporting Abandoned Pet Project, because they support us so that we can support dogs and cats just like old French fries.
Thanks for watching Vet Ranch. We love you, and we'll see you